out looking like Satan. Wave it, me and bro, just shave it. No behaving, how the steps out looking like Satan.
Disgusting.
You good?
Connected.
You good?
Yeah,
Everything's We're already recording. Look down there.
Recording already?
Yeah, we are. No, whatever happens.
What's that?
I caught and beat you.
I'm gonna say, hey, bitch.
That's what I want. That's what I'm looking for ultimately. Oh, fucking no.
We're gonna make it a thing.
I think it was 2 months ago. I went to Sacramento with Daniel and Wale.
Yeah.
And dude, for some reason, I'm not sure why, but we don't have like well-established African restaurants.
Yeah, we don't.
Or West African
in
restaurants.
Seattle.
Which
In Seattle?
pisses me off.
Yeah,
Yes.
we don't.
I don't get it.
There's some ones, but they're not like there's African restaurants. But they're not. You can't go eat fufu.
No.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't
that's
go eat.
That's what we were looking for.
Yeah.
And come to find out while we're out there in Sacramento, because we went there for a gig, and mind you, the gig was not what they told us it was. It was not what they told us it was.
It never is.
It was a church
It never
gig.
is.
Fuck. It was a church gig.
As long as the money was costing.
The money was sweet. Don't get me wrong. The money was fantastic.
Period.
But we got there, and then it was like Sacramento is pretty hot, so they pretty much just got a stage in the middle of the mayor's office or whatever, the Capitol, pretty much, right? They basically get a stage right in front of the Capitol, and it's a nice mansion and everything. Guess what? As soon as the program starts, there's a big American flag in the back.
Oh,
that should have been flag number one. That should have been flag number one.
Wow. In this climate.
And then two, they start like talking and preaching about like how Donald Trump is basically.
Oh my days.
They're implying it.
But at which point did the Confederate flag come down? At which point did they drop that flag on
They
you?
roll it over.
I knew there was something wrong, but I was like, hey, they paid me and I just have to.
All money be money.
Thank God I had a mask. Just kept my mask on, put a hat.
Can't be no video. Can't be on video. See,
every video, I wanted to collect every phone. But once we were there, like every night we'd go to this African restaurant and they had
in Sacramento.
Yes.
Wow.
Nigerian, but it was still good.
Yeah, of course. Nigerians are the same people.
It was fantastic.
Yeah.
So I got there, dude. Fufu,
yes sir,
jollof, everything that you can ask for was there.
Nigerian jollof or Ghana jollof? It's different.
I didn't even get that jollof. Don't worry. I didn't get that jollof. Come on. I didn't get that jollof. Come on. You think I came to this America to suffer?
Well done. Well done.
Not possible. So we got there and it was like, dude, it was a well-established and well-put together restaurant. And like there were like African people coming in and out. Like after work, they'd come in and just get their meal and just go back home. Yeah. And I think there's something that is missing here. I don't know why we don't have it, but we should try and support it. I understand, I guess, why we don't have it because us African people, we don't really support the movement a lot.
You know, the Ethiopian and Sudanese restaurants are the ones that are thriving.
Well,
they are thriving. I mean, they're thriving here. But you remember Auntie Tina?
Yeah.
From Trent? She used to have the spot.
She had the store.
The store, man. And she had like a chop bar in the back. Did you ever go to eat?
I didn't go there to eat, but I went there to like
that was
go
one
get
place I knew that had a Ghanaian food.
Oh,
it was
man.
amazing. She made the food for Just Nice wedding.
She did?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. She charged me too. Cash only. No Venmo. Bring the cash. Bring no up front. Before I even buy groceries.
Rightfully so. Rightfully so. That's how it's supposed to be.
It's business.
Oh yeah, and that's how I treat it because she's my auntie, but that's how I treat it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just gotta respect.
Support the movement, support the vision. But yeah, so that it reminded me of that petition that you were just talking about because I got there and we were able to get palm drink.
Palm wine?
I've been looking for that since I've been back in Seattle. I've been looking for that. I could not find it.
Was it that you bought that on Amazon? Who bought that on Amazon?
Is it on Amazon? Hold on.
I bought it.
What? Palm wine?
I looked it up, but they would have to like ship it from UK, and I was like, it takes long, and I can't.
That's good. Let it ferment. Let it ferment longer.
But for me, it was more of the quantity. If I'm gonna spend the money for the shipping for it to come from UK, it was actually Prime, but. It's not gonna come on time the day after, of course.
Right.
But
fascinating.
I wanted it, but it's just the quantity. They didn't have a lot, and I was like, if I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna get it to store for like 6 months.
Yeah.
They didn't have that. So
have you ever seen it made?
No.
Oh man, they cut the palm tree.
They cut the palm tree.
They put the bucket there, and then
it's wonderful.
The sap comes out. Oh, our houseboy growing up used to do it. So I drank. He was from Navrongo, the North Ghana. So I had pito.
Okay.
You know
I've heard about
pito?
I've heard about
Pito was. Goddamn. That's the only way I can describe it.
When I went to Germany, my pops had a bottle, and then he had a whole bunch of branches. And then
Put the gin in.
when they run out to kind of ferment it.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. I was gone.
That man was not joking.
I was shocked. I was gone. Wonderful. But yeah, that's what I'm looking for right now, and I can't find any.
Wait, but is Palm Wine on Amazon though?
Yeah, they have it.
True story.
They have a Palm Wine drink.
Okay.
I will send you the link. Don't worry.
Yeah, if I don't find it, I'm coming back here. No, that's amazing, man. I didn't know they had it. That's amazing.
I don't think there's anything you cannot find on Amazon.
Disgusting.
So tell us about yourself. Who are you? What's your name? What do you do? How did we even meet? I mean, you know my brother.
I met you at the church.
Did you?
Yeah, I think the first time I met you at the church.
He's the furthest person away from church.
Shut up.
Church and
I'm a pillar of the community. Don't fucking try.
Devil is a liar.
I'm a pillar of the community.
We're at church. I'm no
Sunday. There's no Sunday that I've missed church, by the way.
Hey.
Is that for real?
I'm dead ass.
That is
No, I'm dead ass.
Since when?
I'm on a contractual obligation. I have to play so that they pay me. So I have to
See,
be
can you imagine? Can you imagine? Contractual
No,
obligation. Not because Jesus said, "Go be with my people." He said,
I am there because of
Wherever
that too.
3 or more are gathered.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I say what?
No, you are contracted. That's the difference.
That's different.
That's different.
But the full name is Nana Kweku.
Hey, I didn't know you had a nana.
Oh yeah, believe me, listen, it's coming. Nana Kweku William DeGraft Johnson Riverson.
Graft. Wait. My God. My God.
There was a plan, man. From the moment they named it, there was a
I got
plan.
names. They just threw it in there. They just threw it in there for no reason. But now, based on the business consulting and the spirituality and the work that I do, my what I'm known on my platform, social media, is the modern, gotta say with the American accent, the modern African mystic. So
Yeah, great
it was
content.
business consulting, some spirituality, life coaching, all those kind of things. So we it goes in many different directions, but that's the summary. That encapsulates.
When did you move here again?
I moved here, so my parents lived here. So I've been coming here and going. I've been coming and going.
Okay.
But it was cheaper to come here and go to community college and then go to university.
Yep.
Than doing it in London or even going. Well, if you go to Ghana University, where you are working in Ghana,
It's a waste.
you can't take your diploma
Anywhere.
Even you have to work in the city.
Exactly.
There you go.
I don't get that because a lot of the time, some of the tasks that the people are doing as a student back home is honestly more complicated than what we're doing here.
Absolutely no. So,
But why is it that our diploma that we're gaining back in Achimota High School or whatever is not going to
well, it's interesting because the English give more credit to that because it's their system.
Yeah.
It's a Commonwealth system. So you can do back in the day, O level, A level, go to university, GCSE, and then go to University of London.
Okay.
America no decision like so. America no decision like that. When I came here, funny. When I said to go to college here, October 2000, my first quarter. Well, January was going to be my first quarter. I went to the school. I came with my high school diploma, and the guy looked at it. Whatever, he didn't care because
it was back in the day too.
yeah,
High school diploma.
He's got. He's from Ghana. He's like, so I go to register for classes. They're like, I was going for calculus right away. They're like, oh no, you gotta start from
Math.
math 95.
Yeah.
Intro to algebra. I was like, what do you mean?
Wait, no, it's 95, 90.
93.
95. Intro to
took
algebra.
95.
Yeah.
The intro to algebra. Math 95. So I was
college?
like, yeah, in
bastards.
community college. Yeah, I know.
Bastards.
But at the time, I think they charged us quadruple.
Okay.
Because I was getting my citizenship.
student,
everything.
you're a student.
So they were charging us 4 times. My dad had to pay for my brother and I had $3,000 a quarter.
Holy
Right.
shit.
So, and he had it, so it wasn't a problem. But he that's what they charged. They kept us paying classes. And I was like, so I didn't know. My dad didn't know when we were doing it ourselves. And then I got accepted, and I was happy. And I found out every motherfucker.
Everyone.
I was like, hold the fuck on. What is this nonsense? What am I celebrating for? Yeah, everybody and the mothers, the cats had a degree. Everybody was ridiculous. So
Wait, but did you initiate your course as business as well back then?
I was going to computer science. Glad you laughing.
I know this.
I was going to computer science. And then
We all.
because I knew Visual Basic from back home. So I could code in Visual Basic, or Q Basic and then Visual Basic. So I went to the library to buy the books. Oh God, listen. The book was this big. That was one. And it was C
plus, C sharp,
God.
one of them.
that was C sharp, C plus. C plus that just come out.
My God.
I was in the bookstore and I changed my major. I went to the computer. No bullshit. True story. I was in the bookstore I had my books. My first one, $300 for one book. And there was 6 more to go. I was like, oh, no. For what? Computer for the way. I walked to the computer instantaneously. Then I'm
changing this shit. I can't do this.
Then I changed it to business management.
Oh yeah.
Oh, straight up.
Straight up.
Oh, so I went to the math class and I'm sitting there, I'm like, I did this in 6th grade. Oh, I was so pissed. I was like, and my dad is paying for his 12 credits, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I went back to the advisor and said, I can't do this. I said, so he says, oh, what's I gonna do? Gotta say. And so I talked to somebody else, the lady that really changed my life at the school. She ended up giving me a job there.
Nice.
Danny, I love her so much.
Shout out to Danny.
Shout out to Danny, yeah. She I actually gotta go visit her. She said, no, just go take the compass test.
Right, yeah.
I passed them all.
Yeah.
All the way to statistics and calculus 200.
Yes,
nice.
I thought you gotta be kidding. I was out of there 1 year. I was like, what is this nonsense? The guy was like, oh, but I said, what do you mean? I was there for all day. I was there all day. Mm-hmm. I scheduled all day for the test. Boom, 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 boom. Then came English. I was like, you have English? Would that sound like...
I got the
what
British
does that sound like to you? Now, you know what I'm saying? And so English 100. I said, no. So they put me in test all the way out. I tell all the English 210. That's the only English class I took. But that's what they do.
Yeah.
To try to get So then after that, I went to school there and then transferred to UW. Then I ended up just getting a job at Microsoft.
I can't even fault them because that's somewhat the structure of the college.
That's the business.
No, you see, one thing I've learned in US, in America, is that you have to speak up.
Yeah, you do have to voice a concern.
If I didn't, I'd have been there for 3 years.
Exactly.
3 years.
And I think that's what happened to me because when I got here too, I went through the same thing and I didn't say anything because I didn't know.
What school?
Bellevue College. So I started at Bellevue College.
Was it community college then?
No, it
so it changed. Got it.
College, yeah.
Got it.
So I didn't know. Like if you placed higher or if you know that you can do higher, you tell them.
That is the first test.
I didn't know either. So Danny didn't tell me?
Yeah.
I'd have been 95. Math 95, then 100,
and then
so intro to algebra, then algebra.
Yeah,
man, I did this in 6th grade.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, high school. You gotta
first of all, I was shocked. I'm like, you guys are dumb. Like this is what you do in college. This is it. This is it right here.
This American dream,
this America.
The college here.
This America. You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah.
I'm doing intro to algebra in college.
Yep.
Man, come on now. Anyway, so that's a long and short story.
No, but. It's pretty much their college here is pretty much like our like high school back home.
Yes, that's a fact.
Yeah,
that's a fact. And also it's interesting because I've been an entrepreneur for 5 years. You realize the college system, even the way student loans work and scholarships and those kind of things, is designed to make you an employee.
I can't even blame it. The way it's structured, it's
designed. And then because
if you're on the other side of it, it's like, okay, I have to structure this to try and gain and benefit. And
it's designed to really. It's not designed to make you succeed as much as you can, especially if you want to be an entrepreneur. Because the kind of people that are my clients now, I'm talking about PhDs, oil tycoons, and executives who have, and I'm like, I'm teaching you,
right?
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and these are the things that I usually maybe 10% of what I learned in college.
Right.
It's all from just being at work. Mm-hmm. I remember selling cars and making. I remember this vividly. I was in class. I almost quit school. I was making more than my professor. I found out I was making more than my professor. Selling cars. I was 19, making 10 grand a month.
I would have been pissed.
And his name was, I talked to him about his name was Mark Blaisdell. I'll never forget. At the business class, it was business 200. And we're talking, and I was about to go to statistics class. And my grade had gone down because I was working so much. And he was like, hey, what's going on? I was one of the guys who participated in class and all that stuff. So he called me and started talking. I said, I'm working a lot at the car dealership. And he goes, oh, so how much is that? Tell me how hours work? How much money you make? Trying to tell me to quit and come out of school. And I got making 10 grand a month. He's like, what? He was shocked. He took a stomach. He's like, what? And he went like this.
You're hiring?
No bullshit. He took a stomach like, what? He's like, how old are you? I go 19. He goes, let me go. Did you say 10,000? I said about 8. I said, really, it's about 7 to 12. Yeah. Even a month, but I average 10,000 a month. Mm-hmm. He's like, you make more than me. And then the minute he said that, we looked at each other. And he saw in my eyes, I was about to walk the fuck out. because I was like, well, I'm actually doing business. I'm learning sales and marketing and conversation and leadership and customer service.
Yeah.
But I'm paying you to teach me the theory of it from a fucking book written in 1974. You know what I mean?
Here's the kicker. Those guys teaching businesses, they probably never owned a business.
Oh, bro, no, they can't.
How are you going to teach something you don't know?
They can't.
And this is business.
Man, listen. I made a video. On LinkedIn, I made a video about what it takes to go from being an employee having a steady check to become. It's not a game, man.
It's not.
Bro, it's not a game.
You have to change your whole thought process because you've been
every day is fine. I know for a fact if I get up today and don't go get it, I'm not gonna get it.
Yeah.
I know that.
Yes.
I can call in when I was at Microsoft. I can call in and sleep, work from home, and my check's coming.
Right.
I can be in Bahamas. My check's coming.
Yep.
As an entrepreneur, I know.
The only way
man,
out
shit.
is for you to hustle.
Hey,
the only
every
way
day's a
out
fight.
is for you to hustle.
I wake up ready.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you gotta love what you do.
It's a fight with yourself though.
Yeah,
you're not fighting anybody else.
Yes. It's you.
Yeah.
You gotta fight to the procrastination. You gotta fight to the I don't feel like it today. Exactly. I don't want to do that call. Oh, these fucking calls. You gotta fight in those the days when 90% of the time I wake up and love what I do. But there are days where I open my eye and I see the sun. I just start cussing the sun out. I'm like, why are you here? Why are you here? Why are you here? Why are you shining so bright?
Are you sure? Are you sure you're seeing the sun in Seattle?
That's a good question. No, for real, it's like, but it happens. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
Feel free to
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You just put it on top of it.
Yeah.
It looks shishier for the ambiance. That's great. So, what is your view on pretty much business degrees? I guess
Facebook,
college,
Amazon, Microsoft. There's another one.
Boeing.
Google.
Okay.
I just announced as of this year, they're looking at experience over college degrees for a good reason. When I was at Microsoft, I hired some of the dumbest Ivy School. I fired them. Wow. Some of the dumbest Ivy School graduates I got because they know they have the book knowledge.
Right.
I mean, and so I believe education now shows you have the guts to follow something through. If I was to do it right again today, I won't go to college. Because I knew this is me though. I knew I was going to be an entrepreneur. I knew I've gotten fired from jobs I don't like because I don't like it anymore. I don't like working for people.
Right.
I mean, I've quit. I've quit. I've been fired. Period. So, my contract ended, and I didn't renew it. One of it.
Right.
So I knew I was going to end up here. Now, school is great for specialized jobs, lawyers, surgeon, shit like that, right?
Yeah.
In business, if you're going to go to college, you have to intern somewhere or do some kind of business.
Yeah.
But start with sales. I'll always say, business is sales. That's it.
Right.
You can have the best business if nobody is selling anything for you. That's it. Your business is not going anywhere. The money is what makes your big business grow. And of course, solving a problem, filling a need, those kind of things. And you got to sell that. Even though people need it, you got to sell it. Now, nothing against college degrees. I'd rather the best sales guy I ever hired in my life, Brian. I was about to say his last name. I want Brian. Brian came to me and I interviewed him. He had tattoos all over. The minute he walked in, I was out.
It's not the corporate look.
Yeah, I was out. Yeah. The minute he walked in, I was out.
This motherfucker.
He hadn't even sat down yet. I was like, he's white guy. I was like, if I fuck around on, he's gonna sue me for reverse racism. So let him fix me. We'll get there. So I was like, let's do this. So we did the interview. The guy had tattoos up his neck and get on his finger here. He had "fuck you, pay me."
No way.
Like
Wow.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
Fuck you, pay me. Best interview I ever had.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Best salesperson I ever hired. I gave him the job on the spot.
Wow.
First of all, the balls, you have to show up. Yeah. I would have been wearing all kinds of gloves. I would have showed up with a ski mask and the gloves, hiding my face. Tattoos up here.
I got a illness. I'm not feeling too well.
No, he had pain and love, and the "fuck you, pay me" in his hands.
He's a gangster.
Wow.
So I'm sitting there, I was like,
He's been through stuff.
I was like,
but he's lived life. That's a good thing.
You know when you go to the bank, when you go to our bank, that security button, that one there. I was wishing I had one. He's a buff dude too. I mean, I'm not a small guy, but I was like, this is gonna be a fight. So I'm ready. I'm like, what? Articulate, intelligent, new. And I was like, and then we're very good friends now. He has a big marijuana business. Okay. He's doing very well for you. He's a millionaire now. Oh yeah. Like he moved on. So he's a fantastic guy. I love him. And I was so very close. And I told him, I said, when the first I was like, bro, you know, I didn't get a job because I know everywhere he had gone, he didn't. I said, well, you know why he didn't get a job? So he was grateful to me for giving him a chance.
Right.
Brilliant sales guy. Yeah. Woo! No college degree.
But all he was looking for was an opportunity.
Yeah, and I had to fight to get him hired because at that time Microsoft wanted college degrees. I had to fight for him to get hired, and they gave him a pay cut. And I remember, not forget, they gave him a pay cut. And again, I told him, I said, listen, you're gonna get a pay cut because when I called, I made the offer myself, not my assistant. I said, you're gonna get a pay cut. It's gonna be 70 instead of 100 because you don't got a degree.
Based on the credentials, yes.
And he said, I don't care. Right. Sales, right? I get commission.
Period.
Fuck the base. I was like, my nigga.
That's right.
I was like, what?
Period.
Yes, I don't care.
Yeah.
They say, you know, based on what? The commissions were huge.
Right.
Nice.
The guy was brilliant. So all this to say, if my parents wanted me to go to college.
Yeah.
So I stayed in, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you don't get even have to get it, but if you don't get a college degree, have a plan.
Yeah.
You gotta have a fucking plan. You gotta have a plan to build a business or make some money, do some investments. If you're gonna borrow money from your parents, so you do something. Because you honestly, you do it. It's half and half now, but you go a little bit further when you have a college degree. A little bit.
Right.
Not as much.
Right.
Not as much. I know now as an entrepreneur to look for people that have experience and the know-how. I like street smarts over one of my very good friends. He's not gonna hear this, I'll say it. He used to be a drug dealer.
My guy.
Smart motherfucker. I mean, this guy was brilliant. And he did it. He told me, obviously I met him through buying drugs from him, right? And then I started consulting him on his drug business because I'm a consultant. Oh, there you go. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
So that's how I got my drugs for free. No, for real. This year's experience. Yeah, so, but he's like, I'm going to do this and that and build these retirement homes. He built them and was out. He was out the game. He was out the game.
Yeah.
So this is an extreme example, but he's a guy that didn't even finish high school.
Damn.
But you gotta have a plan.
Go that route. No.
If you don't want to go to college, you gotta have a plan. You gotta have a plan and execute. You gotta be fearless and be crazy and stupid.
If
and
anything,
execute.
yeah, you have to be structured when it comes to just planning. And
You gotta have a plan. You gotta have a plan.
Drive, especially.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Would you say most of the skills that these guys had was just like personal skills, the way they talk to people, the knowledge that they had on like just specific things, or it was just their personalities that was just on par or set apart from other people? Would you say that was the
In terms of sales or business?
or just who they were? These people
Yes.
that were
yes.
yeah.
It's I've coached about 3,000 people now. So the thing is this, I've learned that some people are born with it. Some people have a personality trait. You know what I mean? And then some people learn it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Both can succeed the same way,
Right.
at the same level. The amount of work they're willing to put into it. Obviously, it'll come easier for the people that have it naturally.
Right.
There's some people that are just driven. I'm one of them. Just motivated, driven. If I'm going to be last, I want to be the best last you've ever seen. That's the kind of thing, right? So it's half and half. But the people that didn't have it, they had to put in a lot of work to get there. I remember I made a video about this actually. I was going to college and I had a job at Zales Jewelers. And it was a beautiful job. It was actually the job I got after the car dealership because I had to quit the car dealership because it was affecting my grades. And
So you finally listened to your professor.
no, I listened to my dad. My dad was like, hey, what? You went from a 3.8 to 3.7.
Hey.
Now you are 3.4.
Oh, my
And he
God.
was paying too. He's like, no.
You impossible.
Yeah, it's like, quit. You have to leave the job. And plus, you find out how much money I was making. Because I drove a nicer car than my dad. My first car, yeah.
It's over.
And he knew African
didn't
Prince.
like it.
He got pissed about it. So he went straight for the big car. He didn't even start with small one. You know what I mean? Anyway.
They were expecting him to get a Peugeot. They got him to get a Benz.
I got an Audi A6.
let's go.
And I pulled it up. And I was like, whoa, what is this? Whoa, so you are making money, eh? Now you are the boss.
I can't hear him.
Now you are the boss.
The moment you get to that point, just know that you're fucked.
I was like, but dad, that's what I want.
car for it.
I said, all-wheel drive. And so what? And he said, look, I drive a Buick. He did. It was a 1996 Buick Oldsmobile. And my dad made a lot of money, but he was just humble.
So pay for your college fees.
He goes, start with something like that. I go, no. He goes, oh, you think you're better than me? So I was working at Zales Jewelers, but I had all the sales experience. I always came in second to a girl called Camellia. She's a very good friend of mine now. I made a video about her on Facebook actually.
Shout out to
Camellia, man. Shout out because she outsold me every month consistently.
Oh, okay.
And all she did was talk to people.
Right.
Fun personality. She's cute.
Right.
For fun personality. And now I'm over there. So what are you really doing? And she's all,
Right.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Right.
It used to piss me off. But I was learning. I'm like, what is she doing? But that's when one of the first signs of self-mastery, which is the first step in spirituality, is you got to know your shortcomings.
Yep.
You have to, as a man, woman, whatever, you have to know what you suck at. Forget what you're good at. All your life in between what you're good at. Self-mastery first starts with knowing what your vices are, what your failures are, understanding them and owning them, and where your shortcomings are. What do things you don't know how to do, or you just don't want to do. You have to know those things, and then you build from there. Because the things you're good at, you're born that way.
Right.
You music, you're born that way.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So that's just how it goes, right? So I started studying her. And so I had to unlearn a little of my actual sales training, but I just had to, that's why I created my own sales program now. But I just had to change it around to be more personable because it's just a conversation. She used to kill me all the time. But she had it.
Right.
Now, so did I, but I was formally trained. So that fucked up my natural genius. That school can do that to you.
I get that.
Yeah.
You can be brilliant and school fuck it up.
Yep.
Because they're trying to put you in a square, but you're I don't know, a triangle or something.
You have no shape.
Let me tell you guys what happened. My brother, you know Joseph. He's a Jesus freak. He's probably having dinner with Moses. He's having dinner with Moses right now. He said, "Have faith, like child has faith in you." Blah blah. And I was like, "What do you mean by that?" And he said he put my niece on a high place and told her to jump, and she jumped.
Yeah.
So I went home and it was a baby. I put her on top of the fridge, and I go and I jump, and she just jumped. She didn't think.
Hey.
And I was like, but she trusted
It's beautiful.
that I was gonna catch her. But I was scared. She was giggly and happy, and I was like, "You idiot!" You know what I'm saying? But we're born with certain things,
Right.
and then so in what she's growing up, we're saying, "Don't get up there. Don't do that. It's hot. Don't run with the scissors." And then, so now, we're born
Everything.
spiritual. We're almighty beings, and then the universe and the earth and the environment, everything starts drilling us, and then we spend the rest of our lives trying to get back to that, and then we die. We spend the rest of our lives trying to get back to that.
Right.
Yep.
You know, that's just
Not
it's
even that.
interesting.
I think one of the worst things that we have, especially in our generation, because I mean we're just a little bit younger.
Yeah,
One of the things.
what is that thing? 40's the new 18. 40's the look at me. I'm trying to be cheeky. Wait a minute, this is cocoa butter and shea butter. Oh, fuck around, man. Anyway,
One of the things that is getting in the way of just our progress, because I know a lot of people are basically.
I love working with young people, by the way.
I know.
I love that
Some
because
of us,
anyway.
we're just finding some challenges that I just don't get. For example,
Like what?
something as simple as being able to actually go out of your way to try and learn someone. Try and get to see a person's point of view and just have a conversation and just talk. It's hard for us. And do you know what I have to attribute this to?
Wow.
This.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For some reason, this little square
that
right
has
here that we have in our
affected
pocket is just basically constrict, and it's changing the way how our old brain and the way we basically process things is basically going. Because for some reason, we just can't have. Honestly, I'd love to go to Starbucks and just have a conversation with a regular person and just get to know
There was
them.
a meme on Facebook I love that it was a bunch of people at a Starbucks.
Yep.
And they were all on their phone and they were talking about a guy that was sitting there reading the newspaper. And the bubble, the conversation said, "Look at the guy reading the newspaper like a psychopath."
And
Right?
then
Because I love the fact that I'm not single because I wouldn't survive. No, I look at my friends who are single and what they do on these dating apps and how easy it is. And I'm like,
I would go. nuts.
this is the game now?
I
Like,
know.
you just say what's up, come meet me, and they show up.
Oh man,
It's like chicks on tap. I'm like,
I love
the
when-
connection,
Yep.
maybe
Go
call
on.
me old school, but the connection, the conversation is missing.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is incredible. And it's not even like women are easy. It's women and women are both easy now.
It's structured
Right.
that way.
Yeah, it's just
structured that way.
everybody's just giving
Everyone's
it
just
up, left
easy,
them giving it up, and it's interesting because that's what technology does. It was designed to make our lives easier, but it's also what's going to bring our downfall.
Yeah.
The science and technology is supposed to help us, but
It's unfortunate.
it's that's not for your
double-edged
side
sword.
effect. Yeah, yes, it
It's
is.
funny. I don't think you can basically survive this business world, and I'm calling it business world, but ultimately, everywhere we go, everything that we do, we have to deal with some form of business, whether we like it or not. If you work and you have a job, it's business ultimately.
Yes.
But I don't know how we can survive not being able to do simple things like honestly talking,
Have a conversation.
having a conversation.
You know, there's a show that I've been on called The Great Love Debate with Brian. I forget his last name. Every time he comes to shout, I'm on the panel. We do the lucky strike. There's a bunch of people that come. It's called The Great Love Debate, and we talk about because of my work with masculine and feminine energy. We talk about dating and love and relationships, and you hear these women in the crowd air their grievances because women are sort of designed to be chased.
Yeah.
Now is different, but they're designed to be chased by men that we don't chase.
Ultimately, yeah.
Right? Just when you get down to DNA, zeros and ones. It's different in reality. But so I sit on stage and I listen to these women air these grievances, and then for me, I'm taken, so it doesn't matter. But I listen, I'm like, wow, the technology and then the same thing with work. Like I remember when I knew everybody's phone number by heart.
Yes.
When I was high school, all the girls I liked,
we
I
knew
knew,
them by
and this
heart.
had 9 numbers apiece.
Yeah.
I knew all the numbers.
Yeah.
Not even that.
This is Lisa. This is by heart.
Yep.
I remember
You know what
when
I'm saying?
I had to get their house phone number and have to call and basically get the dad to talk to me and be like, "Oh, who do you want to talk to?"
Yes.
That shit was
I mean,
uncomfortable.
Wave it, me and bro, just shave it. No behaving, how the steps out looking at.
Disgusting.